What's going on, all you beautiful people? Time for another out of this world story from rSpace. I found out that the 9-year-old I've been raising is not my son. So I've been with my wife, 34-year-old, I'm 35, for 17 years. High school sweethearts, and got married 7 months before he was born. As soon as we knew she was pregnant. We have always had sex and enjoyed it ever since we started, with very few breaks. I can say that we had, so far, a very happy life together, and no reason whatsoever to think the opposite. Then, yesterday, my world collapsed. The boy's health recently started to worry us, and we took him to a doctor, who tested him positive for a genetic disease that had to be present in both parents. We both got tested, but only she tested positive. I didn't. And that's when she said that the boy's father was not me. Right now, I don't know what to do. I can't process this. We went through college together with very few issues. We had, or so I thought, a happy life together. We had similar work schedules, and I have never once suspected something was happening on my back. And yet, this is not my son. This is one of her coworkers from another job's son, as she now told me. She told me she had fallen for this guy for about a month. They had sex a couple of times, and then they stopped because she loved me oh so much. And through this month, I suspected absolutely nothing, and happily lived my happy life. I can't trust her now. I can barely look at her in the eyes. I thought we had everything that we wanted, and we were already making plans of having a kid when he appeared. We were happy, I was genuinely happy, and now, I can't help but it feels like I've lived a 9-year-old lie. I remember proposing, humorously, that we get a parenting test at the time, because I was still using condoms, and she just told me, "Don't be silly," in an expectable reply. She could have freaked out or got defensive, but acting normal was all she had to do to make it go away. I was actually kidding, and now, more than ever, I regret that. She knew I was kidding. She was a witch. It gets worse. I can't look at the boy the same way. It's not his fault, and I've loved that little pest ever since before he was born. But I can't feel that now. I feel he's someone I raised, but he's not my son. I was taking that connection away. With him, with her, with everything. And he's got a freaking life-threatening disease that may require a liver transplant and will probably need me more than ever. We have a big house, good cars, a nice life without any financial worries. But I lost what mattered the most. I need help coping with this. I don't know what to do or who to speak to about this. I have to let this out or I'll snap. It's all a whirlpool of emotions, hate and rage. Not healthy at all. We are still together, but I don't know if we can make it. I can't look at her. I can't tolerate her voice. And I have started to be cold to the boy, which I'm feeling absolutely miserable about. He is a smart kid, and he already knows something is wrong, but I can't help it. She said it only happened that time. She felt adventurous. She just wanted something out of routine. But I can't believe her. This was not simply being cheated. My life became a lie, and I feel I lost everything except the meaningless things. She's not the person I knew. He's not my son, and all in all, I'm alone, and without offspring of my own. Has anyone been here and got a happy ending? I don't want a divorce, because that would be ending all that we ever had. But on the other hand, I had questioned whatever it was that we really had. The marriage is a different thing. No, I'm not being a pussy by staying. I'm trying to find a solution that won't mean throwing away everything we got, especially when we both have a kid to take care of. We can afford individual and couples therapy, but I will try to not have him go through a divorce when he needs us the most. Alright, one quick update before we get to the community comments. We are going to try therapy. That is for sure, and I think it's the best first step to try to make things work out. Regarding my son, I am ashamed of what I wrote. I love him, and that was definitely the shock talking. I said it before, I will not abandon him, and I'll try to make this work. Okay, on to the comments. From a deleted account, the shock is still too fresh for you to know what to do, but one thing is clear. The child is blameless. You are his father regardless of the genetic factors. You loved him yesterday, and you will again love him tomorrow. The sin of the mother is not the son's, but you will not be able to know or feel that for a while. So get to a counselor. Couples counseling can wait a bit, as you need to deal with your feelings about your son ASAP, and soonish your feelings for your wife. Your wife did a stupid and bad thing. Show yourself that you are a whole lot better than her standards of behavior and do the right thing by your son here. In time, when some of this crap is behind you, you will like yourself a whole lot better for having done so. And in time, when your son learns his history and he reflects on your behaviors, he will think all the better of you too. Do not abandon the boy in order to avoid the pain of dealing with your wife. Then all three of you get hurt. You gotta be the adult here and protect him. He will find out the truth in time, and if you dump on him now and then he finds out the truth, he will have a bad relationship and his mother. Perhaps no relationship with you, and also feel bad as he was what broke you two up. So start the hard work with a counselor ASAP so he does not end up majorly damaged. You can do it, man. I have not had this exact experience, but have dealt with, in my own life, some pretty nasty crap similar to this, and it does all work out in the end. Pain, anger, hate, etc. All the bad emotions will be felt, and then you end up on the other side knowing yourself better than you ever did before. And you end up with a new relationship with your son, which will evolve as he finds out the truth too. Just don't let the boy be caught in any emotional blast zones. Genes or not, he is your son. Please treat him right. OMG WTF throwaway thinks. Something similar happened to me recently. My ex-wife and I divorced 10 years ago. For the past 10 years, I have had joint custody of my 14-year-old son. 6 months ago, her boyfriend dumped her and kicked her out, leaving her homeless, and I had to find out through a third party that my son was actually living at his aunt's house. When I confronted my ex-wife about this, insisting that if he had one stable parent, he should live with that parent, not an aunt. She said that she would be getting her stuff together soon. 6 weeks later, she emailed me saying that she had just done a DNA test and that my son was actually fathered by her coworker from 15 years ago. Apparently, she had tracked down the father and asked him to do one of those $99 home paternity test kits. A few days later, I got a copy of the paperwork in the mail. I was crushed. I called in sick for I don't know how long, and then drank myself stupid for about a week. While thinking some of the craziest, most angry, spiteful, retaliatory BS a guy could conceive of, I seriously wanted to stab this crazy lady in the uterus with a rusty screwdriver. After about a week of this, I managed to pick myself up, dust myself off, and call my son to tell him that I may not be his father, but I'm still his dad, dang it. I told him that no piece of paper is ever going to change that. I told him that he is everything that he is because of how I raised him. I said that I would always love him. You know what he said? Good, because I was worried that you'd leave me when you got the news. And here's a reply to that comment from another deleted account. First, I feel terrible for you. However, you need to think about some of your legal options. In many states, the statute of limitations starts running the day you knew or should reasonably have known that the child was not yours. If you ever plan on getting divorced, a lot of custody issues will come up concerning this child. For child custody or money issues concerning the child, should it ever come up, it is important that you get your legal ducks in a row. I would recommend talking to an attorney about what you may need to do to clear up any potential future disasters. Another reply from a deleted account. I am an attorney also, and 100% agree with the advice above. That being said, I think in conjunction with seeing an attorney, you need to schedule marital counseling ASAP. You may also want to schedule some individual appointments for yourself. Strangely, maybe how you composed your post. It seems that you truly love this woman and enjoy having built a family with her. Regardless of the DNA, you raised this boy. He is your son. We only get one shot at this thing called life. You're not a pussy for staying. You're strong and fighting for what you love and believe in. I think it's been said 1,000 times over here, but take care of yourself and protect yourself. Yet another deleted account. She didn't make a mistake. It's not as if she just chose the wrong dick at the dick store. She had sex with and let another man impregnate her while she was married to someone else. That is not a mistake. Now some advice from Irish Sniper 87. I completely agree. Calling it a mistake is a cutesy way of saying she cheated on you and got knocked up elsewhere. It's no mistake that she cheated. She knew exactly what she was doing. The only mistake is that you found out. She never wanted you to know. That should tell you all you need to know about her. If it was me, the marriage would be over, but I'd take care of the kid. It seems to me people who say she had every right to keep it a secret would rather be ignorant of the truth, and to me, I do not respect a person who is not honest with you from the beginning, especially about life-changing decisions. She cheated. She should have come clean years ago. She wasn't protecting you or the kid. She protected herself. I don't respect a person who makes those decisions for others. It's not their right. I stress that you take care of the kid. That's very important, but I'd probably dump the woman. How do you trust her again? How do you know she isn't lying? The truth is that you don't. You have no idea when she lies from now on. You need to be fully aware of what she's capable of. She made life-changing decisions for you without your input to protect yourself. End of story. You can argue whether her reasons were good. Some will argue that they were, others will disagree. But I'd take away the fact that you will always deep down hate what she did to you. It's your life though. Maybe you take her back, maybe you don't. Maybe you take a break from her and go get some fresh tail elsewhere and then take her back. It's your life. Live with no regrets. You need to realize that in 10 to 20 years, when the kid is grown up and gone, you will be left with just her. Is that what you want? Honestly? Goodish advice is going to close us out. This is important. You are this child's father, no matter what the DNA says. If you are to stop treating this child as no longer yours, then you should go out and get yourself a vasectomy so that you never have any actual children. As for the wife, it was a choice on her part to not tell you. If this was only a one-time thing, then I think that she was right in not telling you. It would have made her feel better, destroyed your relationship, and made you unhappy. She had to suck it up and live with that guilt for 15 years. Sure, it sucks that you found out in this way, but you were happy for this long with her, and she hasn't been cheating in the last 8 years. I'd say suck it up, deal with it, and just go on trusting her a little less and love your child a little more.